All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Minnesota Vikings.
Ready! 60 outlaw! Rap! Check 37! Look at me! Go! Now! He's coming in!
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Hard! Check it back. Topper! SOS. Yes!
Here's a 2nd and 7. He sets to fire deep. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road. You're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you, move on. Long way to go in this one.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Come on, let's go. He's crashing.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Tight dog. 11. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. He got 29 yards that time. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go.
On second down now, it's Cook, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Cook running right, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Watch out. 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line. I got this. Go get him.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go. 80! 58, come on. Pick it up. 21. Switch it. Greystone, grab it.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Here we go.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Any day. 58, boys. 58. 58, Mike. All day, dog. And 58 is a Mike. 21. Here we go. Check. I got this.
Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Here we go.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
21. 58 to Mike, 58.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. The throw complete to Beebe. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180. 1 Omaha. Don't get nervous. 11. Mike with you on. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Hey, gun. Here we go. Watch the ship.
They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here we go.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Well. Recon, 132.
They'll run for it with Cook. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
I got this. Roy.
They'll run it. Here Here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
36.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Come, look at me. Zipper. Check 3 now.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Pull it high. Yep.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. The last drive, remember, a similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Hey. Under 10.
Looking to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
21. Here we go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
21. He's coming. Double up.
They run the counter with Cook. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Hey, gun. Move. Mike, 51.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Tighten up. Get your weapon. Hey, turn it up. Hey, alert 3.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Watch twins. Check.
Now back to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
On the ready. 55. It's our time. Look. Squeeze. Whip. Rush the whip. Check 15. Joker.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Taylor. incomplete. Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
Here comes the seventh play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Check four.
They're going to look to throw. Open man is Tanner. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
21.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Pilot, 64, weak. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, Mike, 50.
Now Garoppolo lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. So many times tight games decided by one big play. You know, a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. It's complete to Diggs. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings! Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A run for Nick Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Ready, ready. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Right. Tight down. There you go. Spawn. No. Check 3. X3. 218. Chopper. Wide. Get wide. Check. Rocket. Crunch.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's get some penetration here. Leo. 61. Matchbox lights.
2nd and 9 now. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You better be afraid of me. 22 jet bombers.
2nd and 3. It's caught by OBJ. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Rush in. Watch the safety creep.
Now Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
We got 4. We got 2.
Give to Cook out of the gun. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Garoppolo going deep for Diggs. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
11.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Target. 12, fellas. Here we go.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process. Garoppolo now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Cook. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. I got you. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. 13. Mike, 51. 1, Omaha.
They run it again with Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Bullet good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point 4th-quarter lead.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
At the 35-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come on. Kill. Check. Protein spill. Smooth. Check Mike 54.
He'll look to throw. Little razzle-dazzle by OBJ. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
50, play.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
60 outlaw.
Back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. But now it'll be 3rd down. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Hey, Delta.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Check it backer. Hey. Stay up. Hey, echo. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
They'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Here we go. Like 80. He's crashing.
On 1st down, Cook. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Lets it fly for Thielen. This is caught inside the 15. So the final seconds.